Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're actually going to be testing the waters with something a little bit different. We're going to be looking into fantasy Premier League football today, must-haves, players who I suggest not going for, and players who I think could have potential throughout the season. Now we're going to start off with Trent AlexanderArnold. Now for me, he has always been a staple in my fantasy team, season in, season out, but especially this season, considering he is obviously going to be playing more of that centre mid role, therefore offering more goal contributions as far as maybe even goals and guaranteed assists from that position. So he's a no-brainer. He will get you points. It's not often he gets sent off the pitch or anything like that, so a potential loss of points is very rare in this case, and he is going to be someone who can bag you a lot of points. And for 8 million, it's really not too shabby. I know inflation has hit fantasy football massively this season round, but it's a good shout. Next up, we have Kieran Trippier. Now this guy is guaranteed to get you points in fantasy football, of course, primarily from the goals he gets from set pieces, of course, a specialist within that area, but also can get you an assist as well. I just think, you know, a really consistent fantasy football player who for 6.5 million, you really can't go wrong with. Now let's move to a player who I believe you should be staying away from in fantasy football this season. Now it's not due to his output, because he can score the occasional banger and he can assist, but it's more down to his red cards. Now if you want to lose points, go ahead, pop Casemiro in your team, but ultimately if we just consider how many red cards he got last season, considering he didn't even play the full season in the Premier League, it's just not a good one. Stay away from this one, guys. He's not going to help you out. So to round off this video, I have two players for you who could actually get you a surprising amount of points this season in fantasy football. Now I've gone for new signing Xiao Pedro for Brighton to start off with. Now of course I am pretty sure he will be Brighton's main striker this season, and he does have goals and he has potential. He's young, he's skillful, he's flary, and he absolutely has the opportunity to get you a good amount of points. And once again, if we're looking at the price here, you can't go wrong with 5.5 million. He's one of the cheaper striker options, and who knows, he could be really solid. Now last but not least, we have Mbeumo. Now I do believe without Ivan Toney, Brentford will struggle, but I think maybe a potentially easy fix for their loss of goals would be to play Mbeumo down the middle. Now as you can see on the screen, he got 150 points in fantasy last season, which is a pretty decent amount. I think it's up there with the top forwards, but for 6.5 million, a million more than Joao Pedro is really something you'll have to think about, but once again, potential for another 150 points plus. Now just so we're clear, I'm not saying use these as your main striker. Of course, a lot of people are going to go for Erling Haaland or Harry Kane, which is completely understandable, but these are very good sort of like secondary options that will help you save a bit of money to invest in other positions.
Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.